All right, let's talk about your favorite weapon. And no, I don't mean the one you keep hidden away. I'm talking about the one you use every single day.
Oh yeah, you. You know who I'm talking about. The one with the lightning-fast retort, the oh-so-clever sarcastic comeback, the little jab you're sure goes right over everyone's head. You really think it makes you sound sharp, don't you? Witty, intelligent even. Well, let's put that little theory to the test, shall we?
I mean, it's a comforting little story you tell yourself, isn't it? This idea that your sarcasm is just a sign of a brain that's firing on all cylinders faster than everyone else's. That your little insults are just, brutal honesty. It's a really attractive narrative. Too bad it's built on, well, basically nothing.
So let's be crystal clear about what we're actually dealing with here. Your primary tool, it isn't wit. It's a shield. It's a clever way to land a punch and then pretend you never even threw one. It's the art of plausible deniability, the go-to tactic for people who want to throw shade without having the guts to actually own it.
Okay, so let's pop the hood on this brilliant sense of humor you've got. Let's really dissect it. Because once you peel back all those clever layers, the machinery underneath is surprisingly simple. Almost disappointingly predictable, really.
And here it is, your playbook, the standard menu of attacks. You've got the backhanded compliment, a little gift-wrapped bomb. Then there's the lazy personal attack pretending to be a joke. And no, we can't forget irony, the last refuge for someone who's just too scared to be direct. Kinda limited, don't you think? Pretty predictable stuff.
Yeah, sounds familiar, doesn't it? Of course it does, because this isn't some sign of unique intelligence. It's a script, and spoiler alert, you're not the only one who got a copy.
All right, enough about how clever you think you are. Let's talk about the actual cost. Because every single one of those harmless jokes comes with a receipt. And here's the kicker. You're not the one who has to pay the bill.
You seem to operate under the delusion that the target of your wit just, what? Shakes it off? Gets over it? Yeah, that's not how it works. That feeling of humiliation, of being made to feel small, that sticks around. It's a quiet kind of poison, and it works slowly.
And then comes the real damage. The slow, steady erosion of their self-esteem. Every sarcastic comment, every little jab, it's like a chisel. You're not building character here. You're systematically chipping away at a person's confidence until they actually start to believe the garbage you're spewing.
And the result of all this? Well, it's pretty obvious. Broken relationships. You simply can't build trust while you're busy undermining someone. It poisons friendships, and it creates these toxic professional spaces where real communication just dies.
And here's the really insidious part. It creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. You might tell someone they're incompetent as a joke, right? But if they hear that enough times, guess what? They start to believe it. They internalize your so-called wit, and it becomes their reality. You literally create the failure you were supposedly just joking about. So, congratulations on that. Job well done.
Feeling a little exposed right now? A little seen? Good. That's the point. It means you're actually listening. And hey, if you appreciate this kind of uncomfortable deep dive, go ahead and do the thing. Like, subscribe, chase that little dopamine hit from clicking a button. That's literally the least you can do.
Okay, now for all of you out there who are still thinking, well, this is just like your opinion, man, let's move on to the part you can't argue with. The inconvenient science, the data that doesn't care if someone is just being too sensitive. So, still think it's all just harmless fun? Let's see if that ego of yours can argue with cold, hard data.
Look, this isn't just some theory I cooked up. The Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, actual scientists, confirms it. Your words don't just hurt feelings. They create measurable social rejection. They actively damage a person's core sense of who they are. It leaves behind a psychological footprint.
Oh, and if you're one of those people who thinks this edgy behavior makes you some kind of cool, valuable asset at work, I've got some bad news for you. The Journal of Applied Psychology would like a word. Your constant sarcasm, it's directly linked to job dissatisfaction. Your insults, they kill team commitment. In plain English, people can't wait to get away from you. You're not an asset. You're a liability, a retention risk. So there you have it. The evidence is in. Your playbook's been exposed, the collateral damage has been tallied up, and the science is, well, it's undeniable. The only question left is, what are you going to do about it? So let's just be perfectly, brutally clear. Your wit isn't a sign of intelligence. It's a communication barrier. It's a tool for creating emotional distress. It is, by every measure, a liability. That's the bottom line. End of story.
Because in the end, your wit is a weapon. But every time you fire it, you're shredding the very relationships and the reputation you need to survive. You think you're aiming it at other people, but really you're pointing it right at yourself.